Hello, I want to share with you the best 10 nonfiction books that I read in 2023. The first one is Dry by Augustin Burrow. I love Augustin Burrow. I've now read everything by him, and I read a few books by him this year, and this one was my favorite. This is his memoir about overcoming his addictions. Let's see, Sentient. This one I got directly from the publisher, so I got the advanced readers edition, and it did take me a little long to read it, but I just absolutely loved it. It was so incredible. This is all about how animal senses relate to human senses and kind of the science of how those are connected. And I just love that book so much. This is another book that I got, an advanced uncorrected proof. And this one is a memoir by Prachi Gupta. They called us exceptional and other lies that raised us. And this is all about growing up in the United States. Her parents were immigrants from India. And this is the struggles that she had growing up and the expectations of her parents and her community. And I cried so hard reading this book. It was so beautiful. Another really popular book is Outlive, The Science and Art of Longevity. This book really got me thinking about the fact that I'm aging and how to change my habits, how to improve my diet and the activities that I do, my health. And I really enjoyed his journey and the tips that he gave relating to just having a better life and aging in a more productive way, healthy way. On that note, I read Genius Foods. This book was very helpful, kind of just isolating the best foods to eat in order to also grow older and also protect your brain and be as healthy as possible. I really enjoyed both these health books. I really loved The Prodigy's Cousin, the family link between autism and extraordinary talent. This was a fascinating book about families with both autism and prodigies and how the two are related. The Story of Russia by Orlando Figes. This book is a very good analysis of kind of what's going on right now in Russia and how that's relating to the history of Russia and the history that has been coming out recently versus what the Russian government's been trying to claim its history was. So that's why it's called The Story of Russia, not really the history of Russia, but how the Russian government's been manipulating the history of the Russian country, of the country and where Russian people came from and how that relates to what's going on in Ukraine and some of the actions they were taking. I found this book absolutely fascinating. The Years That Matter Most. This book actually is called The Inequality Machine. This is the first copy, the first printing, and it's been retitled. And this was kind of a shock. It kind of goes against some of the other books that I've read about college, that it really doesn't matter where you go and you can do great things. But this book mostly is about statistics and talking about income inequality and how people from lower income families benefit from going to higher rated colleges economically. So I found this really interesting because it is kind of it's a newer book and it takes COVID into effect and how colleges are changing. And it was just so well written. And it was kind of an eye opener about what college means today. This book was so much fun. The 90s by Chuck Klosterman. And this is all about just going through the 90s and some of the things that we loved in the 90s. Let me see. What does he talk about? Various computer things, the how computers became important, some of the movies that were very popular, music, and yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to read the index now to kind of remind myself. But I just enjoyed this book so much. If you are a kid of the 90s, then this is a really great journey through that. And then finally, Going Clear, Scientology, Hollywood and the Prison of Belief. This book was so good. I've read a few books about Scientology in the last couple of years, and this one was just so well written. It was just crazy about all the history of the celebrities and the church and kind of where everyone came from, how this religion came from, and what they've been doing in politics and in the media. Anyway, so thank you for watching. These are the top 10 best nonfiction books that I read this year.